Hello everyone, here is the Unit 8. The topic is the Geospatial Mashup. In this unit, we are going to talk about the mashup and also the server-side and client-side mashups, the client and server interaction workflow, and we will talk about the web scraping, geospatial mashup, and also finally we will talk about some challenges in the mashup. So basically, the idea of the geospatial mashup comes from the previous unit, which is the web mapping, and we talk about that the web mapping actually help us to produce maps and share the maps on the web, and so that we can have a web platform, have a map platform to show us the different, you can say, the satellite images or stream maps. But however, most of the people, when they are using the web map, they are not actually using the base map. They are using the data overlap on the map. And for example, it could be the traffic condition. It could be some sensor observations. So the procedure of putting information on the map is called the map mashup. And so here we will talk about the idea of the mashup and also some related information. So first of all, we will talk about the mashup. The origin of the mashup actually is not from the technology or from the geoinformatics field. It's actually from the music, the pop music industry. So the mashup originally referred to the process of producing a new song by mixing two or more existing soundtracks together. So for example, what we can do is we can mix, for example, Adele's lyrics with the MM's tune, and then finally it can become a new song. And if you, for example, go to YouTube or go to Google to find some mashup of a year or mashup of a certain month, then you will find there are a lot of songs. They are trying to mixing two or more songs together to become a new piece. But with the technology evolving and in the technology field, the mashup means a web application that dynamically combines data, functionality, content, or services from multiple web sources. So, for example, we could create a new application that by combining the information, combining the tools or processing from different places, and then becomes a new application. Just for example, if you want to create if you want to have so for example, let's just say ghost story map. Then in this case, you can collect some ghost story from multiple forums or websites, and then you can put them on the map, and then to display the location of those where those ghost story happens, and then and even put some pictures or some stories or some music over there. So and eventually it becomes a new application. So basically, this type of application that mixing the information or functionality from multiple sources is called the mashup application. And there are a lot of mashup applications exist. For example, one of that is the price comparison websites. For example, like the Price Grabber, and it will help you to what it does is it goes to a lot of online shopping websites, and then to collect the price of each of the products, and then when you can say a customer wants to find a certain product, and then they can come to the Price Grabber and search for the product, and then on the Price Grabber, then it can show you the price sold by different online shopping websites. And then finally it can help you to find the cheapest price to buy your product. Okay, so that's one of the example. So in Mashup, in Mashups are the multiple online shopping websites, and then to extract their price information, and then finally share to the customer by listing them together to help the customer find the lowest price. And the other example is about showing the real-time sensor information. And for example, from the Water Resource Agency in Taiwan, we can find the water level of different reservoir, and then in this case, we can from those open data, we can some people can create this type of visualization tools for you to easily and intuitively find out what's the water height for different reservoir, and then to understand our current water resources condition. That's also a Mashup application, because in Mesh it collects the open data from the government websites, and also it utilize some you can say some tools and use those tools to visualize those information. And the other interesting application is this one, which is the wheel of launch, or wheel of launch. So basically, it's a kind of like the lucky wheel. And then what you can do on this type of application is you can key in your postal code or your location, and you can set up some keywords search, and then also some distance as well. And then what this application does is it will go to the Yelp website, and Yelp actually is a famous you can say restaurant rating website, and also it has a certain web service API for you to send and retrieve some information. So what you key in over here for your location and your keywords and also some distance, you can use those information. The application will use those information and send those requests to the Yelp by following its API. By following its API, and then it can retrieve some of the potential location of the restaurant, and then it can display those possible choices on this lucky wheel. And what you can do is, actually, the application idea is to support the users when they don't have any idea what to eat. Then sometimes you want to decide it by some natural force. And what you can do is put those choices over here. And you can click on this center, and then the lucky wheel will start spinning, and then you can wait for it stop, and then to give you a choice. So basically, it's also a Mashup application. It retrieves the restaurant information from the Yelp, and then put that into this type of application, and then to serve an interesting way to decide what to eat for lunch, for example. Okay, so basically that's our some basic introduction to the Mashup, and also some of the potential application in terms of the in some of the potential application in terms of the web Mashup applications.